I was pretty tired, so don't blame me. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not again.
Okay.
Huh. All right.
Leclerc's made that one stop of work. He's on the hard tyre as well, and he's 6.5 seconds behind Sergio Perez. And what's Lewis Hamilton been up to? Yeah, we're watching for that front left. I think it's the front right, yeah, front right. Ted spotted it real time. And we look at it again from the off-board. Yeah, just a little bit slow to come off, but George was in front anyway, and now, yeah, Lewis a long way behind his teammate after that one.
So, Bernie Collins, as we watch the Ferrari pit wall, and Freddie Vasseur shaking his head. I don't know if that's nerves. They seem to have got the strategy right today. I don't think he's commenting on the strategy. That might be a nervous shake.
It might be a nervous shake, but I see Carlos closing very, very quickly. Carlos Sainz on the Leclerc Norris gap.
Yeah, it looks like we lost a bit of time on the lap.
And I'm reminded of a strategy that Carlos has employed himself of keeping the car behind in DRS to protect the position.
It's Super Max! He's fucking back! He's fucking back! Super Max is back!
Please. Sarcasm.
You always say, actually, David, so you never stop learning.
What happened to Daniel Ricciardo?
So go back to Singapore.
And Alex Albon.
They use that tactic very.
He's fucking back!
I think it's stopped.
Logan Sargent's back!
That's why we're seeing a yellow flag here. And all those approaching it, and you can see, I think, a bit of dust maybe.
I think the car's out of sight here, remember? Yeah, I think it is in the barrier.
Yeah, well, there you go. He's kept the engine running. That's why you can see the dust, because he's reversing back onto the track. He's got a lot of
No. Please don't tell me.
And there goes Piastri. So the yellow flags are doing their job. And
Please no. Please don't.
To make it a bit safer. But is there damage to the front wing? I wouldn't be at all surprised.
No,
He's 17th and last as a result. Now they're coming to change his tyres. So what happened here, Andy?
Well, that was a pretty decent race up until this point, wasn't it? So he turns into turn one, puts the curve there, but he's on the curbs, he turns in. So it's actually what happened in Degner 1 that eventually sent him off into Degner 2 because he clipped the curb on the inside. It upset the car. Got onto the outside curve too much, couldn't slow the car down as he was turning in, because he was still on the outside curve, and very lucky to get out of that one.
What does Lando Norris do here? Lando Norris, he's been about 1.5 to 2 seconds behind Charles Leclerc for the last few laps.
I don't think there's anything he can do, Crofty, to keep Sainz behind him on fresher tyres. The car's naturally faster anyway. Sainz has been driving so well today that, I think Sainz will line him up through this lap and get close before the final chicane into the DRS. We see Sargent back into the pit. Any damage on that Williams, just a little bit embarrassing for him.
It's one of those, if he could get a bit closer to Charles Leclerc, he could maybe enjoy the DRS.
Oh!
That shows you the struggles that are happening with his tyres. I don't think he can get closer to Charles Leclerc. He just hasn't got the grip, and that lockup won't have helped too much either. And that would just give Carlos Sainz fresh impetus to say, come on, overtake's coming, and it's coming soon.
That's where this circuit's so good. As a driver, you relish the opportunity to drive around this track. You know it's going to bite you if you make just the smallest of mistakes. And we're seeing that from so many of them out there today. Norris now, rear view mirror, full of that white red Ferrari.
And that bright red Ferrari at the hands of the raceman the last time out. Carlos Sainz has fresher tyres, fresh momentum, and a bit of DRS coming his way to get past the McLaren in front. Great friends, former teammates, and there goes Carlos Sainz past Lando Norris. They were on the podium together, weren't they, in Melbourne? Carlos Sainz wants to be on the podium here today, and I think Lando Norris's podium chances are slowly dissipated as the race has gone on. Right, now the gap between Leclerc and Sainz. Round about 2 seconds, game on, Ferrari racing those team orders.
So now we get to see what was the better strategy. I think Leclerc couldn't have done any more today on that one-stop strategy. As we can see the onboard of Norris lock up into turn 11. As easy as that. And it is a wide line there anyway through turn 11, but that was a bit too wide. And I think at this moment, Sainz could sense his opportunity, and that was the end result.
Charles Leclerc started 7th, didn't he, on the restarts of this race, because he made up a place on the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. Carlos Sainz started 4th in the race. Even if he finishes ahead of Charles Leclerc, which is the better strategy?
He needs any more motivation. He's really got his sights firmly set, his teammate in front of him now. And I think now we're seeing the strategies unfold. I think Leclerc has driven the perfect one-stop strategy today. He couldn't have done any more, and still his teammates coming at him at a great rate of knots, and he's going to make it work.
I think both strategies have worked well for both drivers.
We are racing Norris.
So don't hold yourself up too much with your teammate. We feel it might be a bit inevitable that he's going to get past you, so don't waste too much time because you've got Norris hot on your heels if you hold each other up too much.
Is that like a veiled kind of team orders type message? Is Charles Leclerc really racing Lando Norris?
No, let him fight.
Yeah.
Monza style.
I just told the Ferrari strategy team, I think both the strategies are brilliant. Other than the one that says team orders, I don't think we're getting that. But just kind of don't hold yourself up against Norris. I'm not sure that Lando Norris is as much of a threat to Charles Leclerc as they potentially think. But hey, I'm not on the Ferrari pit wall and I'm not going through the nerves here. Meanwhile at Red Bull, it's a 1-2 on the cards here for what will be a 4th time at Suzuka. At 45 out of 53. A 1-2 for Red Bull, a 3-4 for Ferrari. But in which order? Carlos Sainz is trying to make it stick for him ahead of his teammate Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris running 5th ahead of Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, and Yuki Tsunoda. They're the top 10. Said watch out for Lance Stroll on the soft compound tyre. He is right on the back of Valtteri Bottas now, as he's been in to try and get to Yuki Tsunoda before the end of this race. And the gap now only 9 seconds between Tsunoda and Stroll. Out of the final chicane, the 2 Ferraris come. They were 1 and 2 in Melbourne. It's a 3-4 here at Suzuka. And it's Carlos Sainz with the DRS.
Zuka!
To see which way his teammate goes. To the inside, Sainz round the outside. Carlos Sainz up into the podium places. And I think that got a fair cheer from the crowd down at turn 1.
Good stuff from the Ferrari drivers. Nothing that Leclerc could have done more there. He went to the inside, but in vain really, because it was Sainz with the DRS open. And it's been a really interesting insight into how the strategies have played out today. The one-stopper versus the two-stopper. Both Ferrari drivers, I feel, have driven exactly the same. The quality that they've shown today has been exactly the same. But that's how it unfolded with the one-stop versus 2. With what's Lance Stroll been up to. Here we are at the S's.
I said he was getting very close to Valtteri Bottas. Close. Just held on through the S's there to make that overtake stick. Nice move.
It was a nice move. It was late, but he's lucky that Bottas was checking his left mirror, left side of the car as well. Stroll on a mission here. Now finds himself behind Kevin Magnussen. Will he get this done into turn 1? He's probably a little bit too far behind this time around.
Yeah, but behind, there's Valtteri Bottas under pressure from Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg gets that move done, and up into 13th. Stroll will chase Kevin Magnussen up through the S's to try and get 11th place. Bernie Collins, we said at the start of this race today Who's got their tyre strategy right as Lance Stroll does it for the second lap running round the outside of the S's. It's Kevin Magnussen this time as he goes up to 11th. It was 1 hard, 2 mediums for Red Bull and Ferrari. It was 2 hards, 1 medium for McLaren and Mercedes. Looks like those medium tyres for this race got their tyre strategy right.
Well, it's not over yet, Crofty. It's 6 more laps to go, and you remember Russell, not forgot about him, because they stopped and put on that extra medium, and he is rapidly closing on Alonso Piastri. They have not been fit to overtake each other. He's 1.6 behind now, and he had been closing at over a second a lap, so he has the overtaken threshold, but can he do them when they're so close together?
Yeah, and that might then allow Lewis Hamilton into the back of this pack, because after his tyre change, he's lapping faster than his teammate George Russell, albeit about 5 seconds off the pace. Right.
Here's that overtaking move, what we saw from Lance Stroll. Brilliant stuff. He's really found the grip there on the outside of turn 6. It was a little bit of an easier move this time around. Bigger speed delta between the two cars he found before. But yeah, nice to see a bit of overtaking on a different part of the track than the DRS at turn 1.
So it can be done.
Can be done.
Just behind. Might crack up that. That's a big smile on the face of the Aston Martin team principal. Just behind. Was that something dipping a wheel into the dirt a bit on the S's as well?
There's George Russell about to join this fight here with Oscar Piastri and the other Aston Martin. Another driver's driven really well today, Fernando Alonso.
He has. Soft tyre didn't work in terms of giving places at the start, but he made it last long enough so that he wasn't at a detriment by running that soft tyre. Piastri seems a bit closer on this lap than he has been on the last couple of laps.
And that's the problem for George Russell, because obviously that's giving Piastri the DRS protection.
So is Alonso allowing Oscar Piastri that DRS to preserve his place, or is Oscar Piastri genuinely catching up Fernando Alonso?
I think, well, Piastri's been there the whole time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Lance! Calm down!
Jesus. Alonso's set up more for qualifying and a bit more straight line speed. Lance given a bit more downforce to preserve his tyres through the race. I think he wants a bit more speed down the straight, judging by the sound of that message. And what I think is, Piastri's been there, but is Alonso, dangling him like a cat, holding a mouse's tail and saying, yeah, stick with me, you'll be absolutely fine? Or is Piastri in a position to make an overtake?
Is Alonso, does he have that level of deep thought? Absolutely, yes he does, Scotty. Absolutely.
He certainly does. Ted Kravitz, let's head down to you.
Okay, so 5 laps younger, that's the amount that Russell has on Piastri, so let's see how that develops. Kevin Magnussen has now been passed. Magnussen was trying the one stop, hasn't worked, has been passed by his teammate Nico Hülkenberg. And is Yuki Tsunoda going to hang on, Crofty, for that home point into the top 10 that he so dearly wants? I think he will. 7 seconds now to gap back to Lance Stroll. I think Stroll's going to run out of laps to make that 10th place, to nick that 10th place off Yuki. If the crowd weren't so polite down here, they'd be shouting at Yuki, Crofty, to keep that P10 place. But they're sitting very politely in their chairs. But if Yuki does get that 10th position and 1 point, they will be absolutely delighted, and rightly so.
And aiming to become the first Japanese driver to score points at Suzuka since Kamui Kobayashi stood on the podium for Sauber, coming third in 2012. And what an emotional experience that was to watch. And I think Lance Stroll's about to be lapped soon in this race, which won't help him either. Here's an overtake. Nico Hülkenberg on Kevin Magnussen. And that is a battle for 12th place. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, let's head back to 6th, 7th and 8th. And George Russell has now joined the party. Whether he's got an invitation or not, I don't know. He's knocking at the door saying, look,
hello, Nick Roddy. I expected you to be up this late. It's almost 3 in the morning. What's up?
Currently 23% in the lead for driver of the day. Doesn't surprise me at all. But there's a couple more laps to go for voting there. And this is where George Russell will want to pick up a nice slipstream if he possibly can. And I'm sure where Oscar Piastri's trying to use a bit of that overtake button to defend himself. Because he's not going to get DRS down the main straight. And he's outside that 1 second, magic 1 second. Oh no. Very nice. Did Alonso slow down? Did Piastri? Oh, look, there goes George Russell.
No, please. See,
Onto the runoff area. Now keeps his place. Keeps
Yeah.
that 7th place. Russell went from a long way back. He's now got DRS on Oscar Piastri. Piastri's got DRS too. He was close enough behind Alonso. Piastri goes right to the inside and then moves across to take the racing line and hold on to that 7th place. Pick the bones out of that one, Anthony Davidson.
Well, I mean, George had seen lap after lap, but Piastri had the DRS. So I think when he saw that opportunity into the shed, we don't usually see it as an overtaking spot because they know they have DRS coming their way. But when he knew that McLaren had equal amounts of DRS, then that's why he seized the opportunity to go down the inside. The two cars, I think they just bounced over the curb for Russell. I'm not sure they actually touched there. But Oscar could see him coming and knew if I carry on turning in here, I'm not going to make it. So had to, I believe he had to take avoiding action. We might see if there was a touch here. Yeah, they did. You're right. Just the left front wing of Russell's car looks like it just touched.
Which is why race control have noted George Russell for forcing a driver off the track. That's not necessarily going to go to the stewards, but he's been noted for forcing a driver off the track.
Great race. It was great racing action. I like to see that. I like to see a move down the inside like that. For me, it's no harm done. It's not like if anyone's going to get damaged bodywork there, it would have been Russell. Oscar did the right thing to cut the chicane. Oh, there's a car in between them now.
Yeah, copy that. It was clear he gave him over in there.
Yeah, he gave him definitely the fault of contact was Russell.
Right, where's Pierre Gasly going? He's trying to keep out of the way whilst others lapping. Piastri and Russell, who both got the DRS down into turn 1. It remains Alonso 6th, Piastri 7th, and Russell 8th. And I do think Alonso is doing his best to keep Oscar Piastri in that DRS range because that is going to help him in the long run.
Well, Piastri obviously had the DRS that time around because of the Alpine, there's a Gasly there. So now we'll see whether Fernando plays that game of just backing out. Still 1.2 seconds between them at the moment. I'm sure he will.
The detection zone for the DRS is right towards the middle of 130 up.
And the freshest tyres of all this group is Lewis Hamilton, who is catching up to the back of George Russell now.
As I say, he's been lapping significantly faster for the last few laps. This is going down to the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. And Oscar Piastri might not be as able to defend as he has been in previous laps if he can't get that gap under 1 second. But look at that gap's coming down. 1.2 seconds now to just over 1 second. Out in front, by the way, Verstappen now 13 seconds clear, and he's set the new fastest lap in this race. There's Alonso looking in his mirrors to see where Oscar Piastri is. Through the detection zone they go, and look at that. It goes under 1 second. Incredible how much speed Oscar Piastri gains on Fernando Alonso going through there. That, I think, is very, very clever driving from Fernando Alonso. You've got to hand it to him because he's helping Oscar, but he's very much helping himself. And the person who isn't being helped in any way, shape, or form is George Russell.
Yeah, it's a good spot from looking at Fernando Alonso. But just checking the left mirror to see where that papaya McLaren was, and of course backed out to allow it within that 1 second range. So we've seen it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. It's great gamesmanship, isn't it, between these drivers? And George Russell will know as well exactly what's going on.
And now, of course, with about a lap and a half to go, you'll be thinking, right, I just need to charge up those batteries as much as I can. If you're Oscar, if you're George, if you're Lewis, and see what extra energy I can use on the last lap to try and get an overtake done. It's the closest battle on the track, and it's been an absorbing, gripping Japanese Grand Prix for which the final lap is now being started for Max Verstappen. Got the fastest lap in this race, and after the wins in Bahrain and in Saudi Arabia, and what he hopes will be a blip in Australia, where he didn't finish, let alone win, he's back on course for maximum points here today. Sergio Perez, second place. We're going to have another 1-2 finish here in Formula One in 2024. Right, into 130R we go. Once again, Fernando Alonso ahead of Oscar Piastri, who's now within DRS of Alonso, so he gets that extra 10 miles an hour. He's down the straight, but he has gone wide, and George Russell is much closer than he has ever been, coming down the main straight to try and get past Oscar Piastri, and he's picking up a great toe as well, moves wide over to the left-hand side of the track. George Russell, is he got enough to get ahead of Oscar Piastri? He does! As he starts the final lap, George Russell moves up into 7th place.
Piastri be kicking himself from that mistake. Such a simple, he's done it before in the race already, hasn't he, through that turn 16. Did it again. It was more subtle this time, but Russell saw it immediately and knew he had that chance.
So, he's got a chance of getting past Fernando Alonso now, but the line comes at you very early down that main straight, which Max Verstappen won't care about. He's got 13 seconds between himself and Sergio Perez. As Verstappen, who came into this race knowing other drivers could lead the championship, well, he has kept that lead of the championship, and for the 3rd year in a row, wins from pole. The Japanese Grand Prix is back on the top step for Max Verstappen. And with his teammate Sergio Perez coming home to finish in 2nd place for the first time in Formula One history, 4 consecutive 1-2 finishes to start a Formula One season. 3 for Red Bull, 1 for Ferrari. Last week's race winner, Carlos Sainz, crosses the line to finish in 3rd place. Every race he started this year, he's finished on the podium. His teammate Charles Leclerc 4th. Lando Norris holds on to 5th. They'll celebrate Yuki Tsunoda, who might be a lap down, but he scored points for the first time in his home race. And they'll celebrate Fernando Alonso, who crosses the line ahead of George Russell, ahead of Oscar Piastri, ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And there wasn't much of a gap between those drivers.
So Max, you had delivered on that. Very well done. Beautifully managed.
Yes, that was a very lovely race. The car just got better and better, to be honest, throughout the race. Well done. Really good result.
Well done, Max. That was outstanding. Another 1-2 finish here on the home race as well. So brilliant weekend. Dominant throughout. Well done.
Yeah, great team result. Really well done.
So it might be a Red Bull powertrain that has powered Max Verstappen to that victory, but this inspiration comes very much from Honda, who were their engine partner for many years and are still on the car itself before they go to Aston Martin in 2026 now.
Charles Leclerc, he obviously made that one-stop work, but the best of his abilities. Drove really well today, but it was ultimately his teammate Carlos Sainz that had that speed advantage as he waves to the crowd. That was a job well done. Many drivers out there. Yuki Tsunoda as well, to finish in the top 10 this home Grand Prix. You can see him, because he had been lapped by Verstappen, his race ended one lap earlier as well. He's got the line, celebrating already on the outside of turn 1.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't see the battle between Alonso and Russell. Piastri and Hamilton, as they crossed the line, they flashed together around about 4 seconds apart, but Yuki taking congratulations of the crowd, and now Red Bull can come home in formation.
1-2 in quality, 1-2 in the race. Timing.
Good job, guys. And yourself on the team.
Well, Checo, that's been a very strong weekend for you. Well done. Great team performance. Honda's home race as well. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. Very happy.
I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm not crying. Okay. I'm admit I am crying right now. I'm in tears. Happy tears.
Over Charles Leclerc, who just saw there, had he pitted again, would have finished behind George Russell in the race. So
I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying so much.
Strategy, have the best car.
It helps. That is very true. Just to let you know that incident between Oscar Piastri and George Russell, at this time, Piastri had to go onto the runoff area. That will be investigated.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
So nothing to affect his race result, but you never know.
I'm fucking crying.
You might see it differently, but Max Verstappen on top once again. And but I did enjoy seeing a much faster more focused.
The
entire weekend.
I can't stop.
He had that one mistake, of course, but only a minor one in Techno 2. And to be just 12 seconds away from Verstappen by the end of the race, I think that was a pretty decent job there from Perez. And Yuki Tsunoda climbs out of that RB. Won the race. Touches the air, looks at his home crowd.
I'm crying.
Responds to the efforts that he put in today.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry.
So smiles for RB in the end. It didn't start that way when Tsunoda lost a couple of places off the line. Crashed with Alex Albon. The stewards will be looking at that one too. Max Verstappen, as I mentioned, gets the fastest
Super Max.
lap of the race. The first time in Formula One history, constructors have contributed to 4 successive 1-2 finishes at the start of the season. Absolutely incredible.
I bumped into a few of the stewards on the
I'm fucking crying.
Really quiet this
For real.
I'm
deliberating. This man, Carlos Sainz, every time he started a race this year, he's finished on the podium. And he's still
I can't. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I can't.
Moving on now and get something clear. And the more he carries on, the more people are going to want it.
Absolutely. It's great to see with Sainz. He's shown the world he's a true fighter, and when he's back against the ropes, he's actually getting the best out of himself, which sometimes isn't the way.
Damn, I can't do it.
Carlos Sainz is giving Sergio Perez some extra motivation.
Bro, I'm sorry. I can't stop.
And we'll think, well, if I don't finish second, if my teammate wins or win, if my teammate's finishing second, then he can be for next year. There's Verstappen by 12.5 seconds.
This is so real.
Suzuka, dominant performance by the winner.
Oh my god!
4th year in a row, I think, this race has been won by
Bro!
Carlos Sainz coming home.
I could cry all day if I wanted to.
Lando Norris gave it everything but was powerless against the Ferraris in the end. We lost right at the start. Joe brand new with a mechanical problem. Logan Sargent was having a decent race and he went off at the second Technos. Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon just ahead of him. There was some great scraps down at the bottom. Lance Stroll was chasing in the end. But he couldn't deny. Tsunoda,
oh my god! Help me!
Race for the first time ever. And Mark Webber.
Ferrari! He finished 3rd and 4th. Let's go! That's a Ferrari fan. I could cry so hard!
This champagne feeling is on a bit of a roll, mate. After the tricky wedding, obviously in Saudi Arabia with a health issue, you're bouncing back, mate. You're absolutely on fire. You must be happy with that today.
Yeah, I had a good race to be honest. It was quite tough out there with the degradation. Then suddenly the crowds came, the degradation went a lot lower, and suddenly I thought that maybe one stop was quicker, and we were on the 2. I had to overtake a lot of cars out there today. And
I am
was
too.
I really need to nail the last chicane to get a good run into turn 1.
For real though, I'm actually crying.
Yeah, good job, mate. So, run us through the compound tyres, like how the race in terms of, like you said, the track condition was moving around, but when you come back,
I cried so hard.
You can almost move down. You're still a bit nervous until you arrived on them.
Honestly, I thought it was on, but I thought it was gonna be very difficult to get back into the 4th or
I
P3.
cry all day for the rest of the night if I
How tricky it was to
wanted
overtake the
to.
Mercedes on the second stint, and how difficult was to follow. I knew I needed a very big delta, to approach Lando and Charles, and in the end we managed. I was quick on that hard tire. I really liked how the hard gave me a good feeling to push, and I could get the moves done and get that volume.
Just quickly, sprint race around the corner in China.
Yeah, I am too.
That track in terms of how
I'm still crying.
I think it's going to be a tough weekend for everyone. I think going into a sprint to a track that we haven't been in 4 or 5 years, only 1 hour of practice. Might be resurface also, so it's going to be a a good one. Yeah, let's get a couple good weeks to keep training and keep recovering, and I'll get back in China flat out.
Congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
job, Carlos. Just go a little bit louder if you can, mate, for me. Yep. Sergio, congratulations. A very, very strong afternoon. It was a tricky weekend to put together with the qualifying and then the front row, the restart, but it looked like a pretty smooth afternoon for you, and probably not quite enough for Max today, but a brilliant podium.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for the team. First of all, I think obviously with the start, doing that restart again is always quite hard to keep the focus for such a long period of time. It worked all right. My second start was a little bit better, but just not enough to get Max. And I think we paid the price a little bit because we were a little bit off balance on that first stint, which meant we couldn't keep it alive. We had to box, and we were undercut by Lando, and then I had to push too much on that medium
I'm sorry.
stint.
I'm waiting to leave my
But
tears.
then on the hard stint, I was a lot more comfortable.
Sorry,
the
I
pace came
can't
back.
help it
But
sometimes.
yeah, I think I suffered a bit from that first stint, a bit unbalanced.
But you must be very encouraged, mate. The start of the season has gone very well for you. Lots of big points. Second in the championship now, so positive. Looking forward to
Yeah, definitely. I think we are in a good momentum. I think if you remember here last year was probably my worst weekend. So I think if we are strong in places like this with a lot of high-speed content, medium speed, I think we can be strong anywhere else. And yeah, it's been a good weekend.
Sergio, congratulations. Max Verstappen, here we are again after one DNF last weekend in Melbourne, but bang, straight back with a pole position. Very, very dominant victory. Congratulations. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was very nice. I think the critical bit was, of course, the start to stay ahead. And
I'm
after
trying
that,
right
actually,
now.
the cars just got better and better from each
Okay,
round
my
the
teeth
race.
are
They had to do maybe with the clouds coming in. But
This is
yeah,
shipping
very
down my
nice.
face.
Everything just went really well. Pit stops went well. Strategy, I think, worked out well. So couldn't have been any better.
I promise I won't cry at the final race of F1 season. I'll try my best, okay?
It's pretty much unbeatable, obviously, apart from that
Even though
reliability
we
in
just
Melbourne.
started,
In front of the Honda
still.
fans here as well. Japanese support for you locally is tremendous. So there must be a big feather in your cap this weekend.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, it was a little hiccup, of course, the last race, but very happy that we're here back on top. Great fans in front of, Honda as well. I mean, yeah, it's fantastic, of course, to win here.
But just a quick one, returning to China, haven't been there for a long time. Everyone's very excited to go back there. Sprint weekend. What are your expectations there in terms of the first sprint of the year?
Yeah, it's going to be quite hectic as anyway with the sprint weekend. But then, of course, we haven't been there for a while. So, yeah, only one practice session to really get into it again. So I think it will be quite interesting.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Getting used to the congratulations, isn't he? Max Verstappen, win number 57 in his Formula One career. In the sunshine of Suzuka, he has reigned supreme here. 3 wins from pole in a row at a track he says he was intimidated by when he first drove here as a youngster in his first ever FP1 session. I wonder if tracks get intimidated by drivers. The case for Suzuka and Max these days.
He's definitely worn a nice groove into this place now, though, hasn't he? It's definitely one of his more favoured circuits, I would say. And yeah, he was pleased with that one today. Only narrowly got pole position over Sergio Perez, and didn't make any mistakes today.
He didn't, and as a result, now has led over 3,000 career laps. Michael Schumacher did that. Sebastian Vettel did that. Lewis Hamilton.
My tears are going, but it's the shimming down my face. It's happy. It's happy tears, don't worry. I'm not actually upset or anything. It's just.
I think you could have done it, but it was for us produce with the store, and you're just struggling tired to win.
So trying hard not to cry. But I can't help it sometimes.
That was a good shot, huh? He was just in the blind spot, huh? Yeah. You can see Daniel looking back. Yeah. Check the left side. It's really unfortunate.
I don't know. Let me see. It's
Did you win up? No, I mean,
it's just that. Well, okay. I did damage my vocal cords a little because I screamed in the middle of the night during the Australia Grand Prix. And then that's just that. Not at the end that finally. That's when I did damage my vocal cords. I overloaded my vocal cords and it just now it's back at a squeaky sound. I kind of feel like I regret that they can't take it back now.
They show the shot of Max Verstappen crossing the line. He doesn't even watch it. Carlos Sainz just sighs.
The thing I was impressed by was Verstappen knew immediately that Ricardo was just looking left from Albon's onboard.
And Sergio Perez, I think, speaking for a lot of drivers there, I don't know why there wasn't a safety car when Logan Sargent went off, and that would have been a big help, I'm sure. Kelly, PK, Max Verstappen's partner and her daughter, they've been skiing in Japan between the Australia race.
Bro, I felt like I just got scammed. I felt like I've been scammed for nothing. So I went live for nothing. I just could have fallen asleep. I never woke up. You see fucking Max, Super Max.
And still questioning there at the end whether the one stop or two stop was the best, and both Red Bull drivers saying pretty much committed to that two stop.
Please, I don't want to hear the Dutch national anthem. I need my holy water. Where's my holy water? I need it.
Finishes second here to Max for the second time in 3 years. And winning from pole position for the 30th time in his career, Max Verstappen, for all those who missed the Dutch and Austrian national anthems, here it comes. So we went to the 196 day tech from Suzuka 2023 to Suzuka 2024. Max Verstappen had to wait 196 days to pick up another Japanese Grand Prix winners.
I'm gonna need my holy water after this.
This time around,
to the end.
And we wondered, didn't we, who got the tyre strategy all right? And it seemed to be those Red Bull and Ferrari, who kept a couple of medium tyres, set of hard tyres, had made the right choice. But making those choices on a Friday, when the track warms up a bit for the Sunday, always very difficult. I'm on the podium, by the way. Craig Deere, principal aerodynamicist, to receive the Constructors' Trophy. Not just Adrian Newey in that aero department. Might be the inspiration for a lot of it, but there's a hard-working team helping him out. There is Max Verstappen's teammate, Sergio Perez, helping Red Bull to a 1-2 finish.
It's interesting what Perez was saying, the cool-down route there, saying that because I had to overtake Lando Norris, push a bit harder, took too much out of the tyre, so I couldn't be anywhere near the threat I was to my teammate at the end of the race. As Professor looks on with the rest of the team at Ferrari, and they should be very pleased with their day today.
Champagne on the podium then. Michael Schumacher, 2000, 2001, 2002, won 3 consecutive Japanese Grand Prix from pole position. Max Verstappen has replicated that feat. Like Schumacher himself, he's rather big in Japan. Max's victory today.
Hi, I'm Nicole Briscoe. Thank you for watching ESPN's presentation of the Formula One MSC Cruises Japanese Grand Prix. Our coverage is delivered right to your door. Download the M-Tailor app. M-Tailor measures you digitally and is 20% more accurate than a professional tailor.
Nick Roddy, I need my holy water. Help me. Help me. Help.
Your phone can measure you right now with free shipping and a money-back guarantee at just $79. Get your new favorite pair of jeans today. M-Tailor, available on Apple App Store, Android, and
When you hit Florida, you start losing your rest. Get back superstar athlete Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie. I did know that for you. But when you drop dramatically. Just basically slowing down all around everything you're doing. Want your edge back? You need these plans. Total testosterone boosting formula. You don't feel like you all this stuff. You want to go over there. You want to go
Help me, Nick. Help me, please. I'm gonna be screaming all night if I have to. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So change of plans. So change of plans about something. So before I end the stream, I gotta make an announcement right quick. So wait. So before I end the stream, I'm gonna have an announcement to make. So so there's gonna be a bit of change of plans right here. So I don't know if so there is a high chance that the Chinese Grand Prix will be canceled because I'm going to my grandparents' house next week or some shit. So I'm not gonna be able to do it on my channel because I'm gonna be unavailable. I'll be at my grandparents up north in the US. And I may not do the Miami Grand Prix because of the NASCAR race getting in the way, so that's also going to be canceled. So I'm guessing my next F1 race reaction will be on May 19th, I'm guessing. So if I don't do those two, then I'll see you guys on May 19th for the next F1 race. I hope you all have a wonderful, even though it's still nighttime in my area, my country. I hope you all have a wonderful night and get some sleep, because F1's going to China on April 21st. But if I don't see you guys on April 21st, that I'll see you that I'll see you guys. By the way, this is the Research Series, Season 2, Episode 3. I forgot to write the banner, but it's okay because I was too lazy to add it anyway. But don't worry, I'll memorize. So the next one will be Season 2, Episode 4. So any F1 race I don't do is not gonna count as the episode series. So I'm sorry, but it's how it's gonna be. So I'll see you guys for season 2, episode 4 on May 19th if I don't do the stream in 2 weeks or some shit. Okay. So get some sleep, and I hope you'll enjoy for part 2. So I'm gonna keep those until something happens, okay? So enjoy the rest of your night, and us once again, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you guys for season 2, episode 4 next month after April. Peace out. I'm going back to sleep now.